Hello, my name is William. I'm a member of the customer service team here at IEW, and today I'm going to help you get started with your Phonetic Zoo spelling material. You may have purchased the Premier package, in which case you have all of this printed material and 3 levels of MP3 lessons. Otherwise, you may have purchased just 1 level of the MP3s, or perhaps the CD version. In any case, they all include the exact same printed material, so this will be relevant to you whichever package you purchased. The first thing you'll want to note is that if you purchase directly from IEW, the supplemental files, audio talks, and your MP3 lessons are already in your account. However, if you purchased from a charter school or from one of our authorized distributors, or perhaps used, you will need this blue card overlaying the rest of the printed material. This has instructions inside for accessing and activating your MP3 lessons, so don't lose track of this. In addition, you will also need the blue page inside the teacher's manual. This is on page 2, and it has instructions for creating an account and then heading to a special link on step 3 in order to add the audio talks that you'll need, as well as a PDF of the teacher's manual, and lastly, a template for your students' spelling tests. Just be sure that when you put this link on step 3 into your browser, that you don't put it into the search box on our website. That will take you to the wrong place. So looking into the teacher's manual a little bit, in the first few pages, you have some introductory material about the program, what our approach to spelling is, why we use this audio-based approach instead of a more visual approach. There's also some information on logistics, how to implement each lesson, the pace the student should take, why we emphasize mastery learning, and of course the bulk of the teacher's manual is the lessons themselves. You'll always have 2 pages per lesson. The first page has the spelling rule the student is studying, some example words you will try with them, and then also the actual word list for whichever level they're working on. The second page of your lesson is the discussion points. So Latin roots, prefixes, suffixes, exceptions to the rule, many things that your students will find interesting and will certainly enrich their spelling learning. Okay, moving on, we have the lesson cards. These will be primarily for the students' use, although you will use them at the beginning of each lesson to illustrate the example words and also how the animal of that lesson illustrates the spelling rule with its name. The student will use this to study their spelling jingles on each lesson, as well as any words they missed on their daily test. The Spelling Zoo cards are just a way of tracking the student's progress and also helping them to review. Each card has the spelling rule on it, as well as the animal that illustrates the rule. The student will collect these as they move through the program from lesson 1 through 47. And this will make sure that they're not losing all of that knowledge they're gaining along the way. Okay, very briefly, let's just look through what a sample week of lessons would look like. Day 1, you open up to lesson 1 in your teacher's manual. Like I said earlier, you'll introduce the spelling jingle, the example words, maybe look through some of the exceptions to the rule in the discussion points. And then you'll set the student loose with track 1 of their MP3 lessons. That track 1 is a test. So the student will simply listen to the words being used in a sentence, attempt to spell them in their notebook or on their test template, and then they'll go through track 2 and rewrite all of the words listening to the corrections. From there, they can compare the first list to the second list, mark any words they got wrong, and then begin to study them in their lesson cards. We do ask that the student get 100% 2 days in a row on their spelling tests. So it may take them 4 or 5 days to get through a list, sometimes even longer. That's not unusual. But that gives you a chance to let the student work independently for a few days as they master each list, and then you all will reconvene for the next lesson. I hope this has been helpful. If you ever have questions, email us at info@iew.com and we'll be happy to help. And we look forward to hearing about your students' excellence in spelling.